So Lieutenant General Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi's allegations from the 6th of July have turned police inquiries into a circus, a complete circus. In this video, I'm going to catch you up with the last few days. And if you stay with me until my biblical reaction, I'm going to close with a powerful principle at the end of this video, because we on that South Africa will prosper train. You ready? Press like, let's go. 3 days ago, we got to hear from Mary de Haas.
Please be informed that by law, you are required to answer fully and satisfactorily all the questions lawfully put to you. You are required to take an oath or affirm that the evidence you are about to give is truthful. Do you elect oath or affirmation?
An oath is fine, thank you. I'm quite happy with that. It's a kind of old-fashioned way of doing things, I suppose.
You take oath?
Yes, I'll take it.
Okay, if you elect to take oath, you will follow me. You will say I and state your names in full.
I, sorry?
And then state your names in full.
Okay. Oh, yes, my full name. Sure, of course. Yeah. I'm Mary de Haas. Yeah.
Yeah?
Okay.
Can you say I?
Yeah. And the rest?
You say I.
Yes.
And then state your names in full.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you do that?
Do you want to? Do I need to raise my hand?
No. You will raise your hand later.
Okay. I, Mary Elizabeth Ann Travell de Haas,
swear that the evidence I shall give.
Swear that the evidence I shall give.
Shall be the truth.
Shall be the truth.
The whole truth.
The whole truth.
And nothing but the truth.
And nothing but the truth.
You can then raise your hand and say, so help me God.
So help me God.
Thank you so much.
Chair, I just have one question for clarity, and that is regarding the letter to the minister. If you weren't expecting anything to happen, what was the point of writing it? What did you want to come out of?
I put on things on record, and I wanted the committee to know about it. I mean, I thought you could have maybe questioned him or something.
No. I'm speaking about the letter to the minister. I mean, otherwise you're shooting blanks.
No, but I copied it to Parliament.
No, but the point, that's what I'm asking you.
Yeah.
Why did you send it to the minister? What was the point of you sending it to the minister? What did you want out of it?
I was checking him out. He was a new minister and I was wondering, but I thought, well, they never are, so he probably won't be. But we'll copy to Parliament, because if he doesn't, maybe Parliament can question him about it. That was my motive.
Thanks, Chair.
Yeah, but Cameron, why aren't you concluding it? Because Dr. de Haas, after the letter of the 31st of December 2024 was written by yourself, have you ever written again to the minister or to the department? Did you write again after the letter of the 31st?
Oh, sorry, me.
Yes.
Oh, sorry. Yes, I did. I wrote to
the police commissioner.
Well, whatever I sent to you,
Yeah.
I was complaining to Masemola about the fact, and I was copying to him.
Yeah.
So he would know it, basically, and I copied, I think, to Parliament.
What were you complaining about?
That the task team was still operating despite the official disbandment.
When it has been disbanded.
Yeah.
You then wrote to the police commissioner to complain that why do we still have the PKTT when there is a letter of the 31st of December which instructed you to disband?
I did.
You did that?
I did. I think I did. I haven't got the dates with me. I don't know if they're here. But I definitely wrote, because at one stage I wrote to him and I pointed out that they were abusing people in court.
Yeah.
I wrote to him and said, why have you got a case that's got nothing to do with political killings? I mean, this was all after it, and I would have copied to the minister and I think to Parliament.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I deal with people day in, day out, all they want is justice and they're not getting it. So that's what's driving me, not the money. I'm paying myself for this. I'm risking my life for it.
So are you not working with any NGO or any civil society?
No, I'm not. I'm not a member of any of them at all. I mean,
No.
I have I don't really work with any of them. The only people I'm in is a Navi Pillay research group, which is, I'm not teaching. I am part of being an honorary research fellow because I write academic stuff.
Yes, but my question is this. You are funding yourself.
No, I'm not. I'm independent.
Yes.
Completely independent.
So there's no one who's funding any of your work.
I'm not a member of, hang on a minute, let me just think. Nothing to do with NPOs. I mean, I interact with the local Amnesty International group because I've known them all for years. Okay. Who else? I mean, it's one thing to support people in an NPO, but I'm not involved in it.
Let me put it this way to you. Are you comfortable for your gadgets to be taken from you?
No, I'm not, because there's private information on that.
No, we will apply. We know how to do it. We'll get a court order.
But how dare you? I'm a private person. How dare you do this to me?
No, I'm asking. I'm asking. I'm not saying I'm going to do that. No. I'm saying, are you comfortable that if the police have to take your gadgets like any other one, because there's probing in yeah. So my question, I'm saying, are you comfortable?
I'm not comfortable because it's private. It's private family issues.
I understand that. And since I'm asking you, my follow-up question was simple. And you still did not respond on my question. I asked you, why are you involving yourself on police operational matters?
I've told you that because I care about justice. I care about people. One death is too much.
No,
I care about people.
All of us, we care.
I must apologize for that.
Okay.
Please, may I ask, this is turning into a witch hunt of me.
No, let me.
And I'm objecting and I'm putting it on record.
Let me help you, both of you. Honorable Skosana and Dr. De Haas, the witnesses that appear before the committee are not suspects.
Thank you, Chair. Hence, I was saying to her, it was a question. I've never said we are going to do that. Because remember, Chair, that was a follow-up question to say, why was he pushing so hard? What was the interest? Who's funding her?
And I'm sorry that
let me ask you this question so that we can finish. You said on the Sindiso Magaka, you said there was info leaked to the media, right? And
yeah, there was in your press.
Okay. And you said you know this because it was not leaked by you. Now, does that mean you can separate between what was leaked by you versus what was not leaked by you?
I keep stuff confidential if people tell me.
Okay, I'm talking about leaking of information, police information, if I may say.
I mean, look, I respond. I will say, look, police are alleging this. Can you maybe ask questions? They're saying they can't pay their informants. In fact, I didn't go to the media about that. There was an article about this very thing in the media. I think it was, I've forgotten who it was, but where the whole thing is in the media, and it wasn't me. I can you leak stuff to the media if I wanted, and I haven't.
Have you leaked anything to the media?
No. I mean, look, what have I done?
You're not sure, eh? When was the last time you leaked something? Okay, when was the last time you leaked something to the media?
I don't talk about confidential material. I might say there are allegations that informants aren't getting.
Okay, When was the last time you leaked information to the media?
Look.
Coco, 1 plus 1. Okay, Coco, let's make it simple. Coco, let's make it simple. 1 plus 1? 1 plus 1 is 2. That's how simple I want us to make it.
No.
When was the last time you leaked to media?
I've done nothing with this matter.
No. I'm not talking about.
I've sent is
any other
media.
It's
a general question.
Okay, Coco.
I mean, I don't give confidential information out.
But Koko, you say here, regarding the Makaka matter, info was leaked to the police. You know this because it was not leaked by you.
No, it was not leaked by me. It was shared information.
How did you know it was not leaked by you? How did you know it was not leaked by you?
Because I'd never spoken to the media about it.
About it. Have you spoken to the media about any other thing else, leaking them information?
Look, how do I know what you're talking about unless you can give me specifics? I don't. Look, please, Mr. Paper, we stop this. It's becoming a witch hunt. And I'm losing my temper.
Let me respectfully step down, Chair. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you so much, Honorable Shaw. Dr. de Haas. Dr. de Haas. You know, an elder has two hearts. The other heart is an overflow. Yes. When you say I'm losing my temper in this parliament, we get worried. It's fine. Thank you so much, Honorable Shongwe. Thank you so much, Dr.
So the chairperson took a liking to Dr. de Haas as much as I did. And it just seems that she is just someone with a big heart who just wants to fix South Africa. And she writes letters to ministers, to commissioners, and you'll see that the chairperson moved her from the witness stand to come sit with him. But the testimony, she evaded every single question. And if they followed her down fast enough, she withdrew every single assertion she made in her document. And she really comes across as, oh, no, man. However, it is a little suspect that everything she has said and done aligns with the Mkhwanazi allegations. That is strange. However, I do not think a drug lord, a corrupt minister, would join with the Mary de Haas to do it. So I think she was either thrown under the bus and used, or she's very, very, very good at playing this elder person that we will feel for. I don't know. You tell me. What do you think? Is this strategy or is this genuine weakness? But at the same time, Brown Mogotsi, who is the go-between between the minister and Kat Matlala, according to the allegations and the evidence we've already seen, got to come and explain it. And he was clear. Guys, you got it all wrong. You don't get it. I'm James Bond.
A contact agent will be recruited by crime intelligence officers or official. When I said you will create a false life, in one of the statements, you see I said one of my communications with General Mkhwanazi, for example. I sent him a message that how is your relationship between yourself and Lieutenant General Kumalo? And he asked, what did he say? And I said, no, he was putting a remark that you are not listening to the crime intelligence. But the moment he advanced more question, I said, the minister has been briefed. General Khan will brief you next week. It's just to create a false life. You create a perception that the person can start talking to you.
But in your case, the legend that you created didn't involve any different identity from your actual identity as Brown Mogotsi. You didn't.
Yes, I remained Brown Mogotsi. There is a mine in Richards Bay. But then the information as it came was that there was a suspicion then, a real suspicion.
In your statement, I will read exactly what you say when you introduce this subject of recruitment. You say, I obtained information from one of my sources that King Misuzulu and Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi were recruited by and actively worked for and with the American Central Intelligence Agency, in brackets CIA. Relayed to us by you, this information is hearsay, and relayed to you by your source, it is hearsay. So it is hearsay upon hearsay, or double hearsay. Do you agree?
I do not agree, commissioners. In this world, the intelligence world, when there is a suspicion, you may presume, you can say yes, it's a hearsay, how a general person will think. But a contact agent, an underground operative, will have to investigate. The hearsay part, it becomes something of a general knowledge. One must investigate because it's a suspicion. Now, if a source says to you, King Misuzulu and Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi were recruited by the CIA, you start paying attention to everything they do. Or this is where the source further indicated that in execution of his mandate from CIA, Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi on numerous occasions sent members of the political killing task team to intimidate, harass, attempt to murder members of the royal house associated to Prince Makati. Now, then a number of cases were opened with SAPS in KwaZulu-Natal related to this conduct. And these cases were, however, not investigated or acted upon by SAPS. There is something called Boko Haram. It was a presentation, intelligence presentation, which was presented to the former minister, Bheki Cele. I'm going to give a bit description about that presentation. Commissioners, it was 6 pages. The Boko Haram, it talks to a man who was known as John Wick. This John Wick appears on the presentation of the intelligence presentation which was presented to Minister Bheki Cele. It has a picture of John Wick, his ID number, it has his previous convictions, pending cases, and everything, all the matters that were withdrawn against him.
I want to understand your point.
Yes.
Around Mr. John Wick's in relation to the award of the contract. If you are making any connection at all in that regard, what's your point exactly?
The point is that it is clear that General Bheki Cele, he knew Vose Mosik had Madlanga beforehand, because this presentation was done in 2018. And when the source says General Bheki Cele is having an interest in this tender, you'll ask him, but why are you saying that? What do you have? He'll say, no, with the information that is coming, go and check, but I know they are talking or they are meeting. He'll just give you a draft information as to this is what is happening.
So his testimony was way out there. And the next day, he got to have to answer questions, and everything he said fell apart.
Mogotsi claimed that there were Israeli interests being protected by the so-called CIA agents. The facts, however, state otherwise.
You say the offtake portion of this coal route is owned by Israeli interests. That's what triggered this investigation, apparently. That notion is completely fanciful. Because short of buying up all the export capacity of between 13 and 15 different mining companies, it's not possible to own the offtake portion of the Richards Bay coal terminal. You know that?
I cannot give a specific answer, Commissioners.
The facts further showed that such a terminal was not going to be shut down, but in fact, since 2023, the output of the Richards Bay coal terminal has been increasing steadily.
You see, what I want to put to you is that if you or your handler were genuinely investigating a CIA plot through General Mkhwanazi to protect Israeli interests in the whole of the export, the offtake from the Richards Bay coal terminal, you'd have been able to discover the facts that I've just given you in 5 minutes on the internet. So you really wouldn't have come up with a story which is self-evidently absurd.
In addition, Mogotsi's bribery claims against Masemola also fell under the lens of scrutiny when facts were brought to the fore.
We've seen plenty of evidence of Mr. Matlala communicating directly with SAPS generals and brigadiers in improper circumstances.
That's correct.
Now, if Mr. Matlala was paying massive bribes to General Masemola or General Mkhwanazi, I'd expect to see some sign of this relationship with these generals in his chats. I see signs of relationships with a whole lot of other generals in his chats.
And on the final day, Senior Counsel Chakalson and Madlanga and the commissioners just buried him.
I understand you to say you deliberately told this lie for a specific purpose, correct?
Correct, Commissioner.
You told this lie under oath, correct?
Correct, Commissioner.
Now, do you consider an oath to be binding on your conscience?
I consider it, Commissioner.
But in the affidavit I've referred to, you told a lie and you took an oath well knowing that part of the content of that affidavit was a lie, correct?
Correct, but I was on duty in executing my duties, Commissioner.
But it's correct that as you took the oath, you knew, even as you took the oath, that you were lying in that affidavit, correct?
Correct, to achieve the objective of the mission, Commissioner.
But it's correct that you took the oath knowing that you are lying.
It's true, Commissioner. That's correct.
I will ask you, do you consider an oath to be binding on your conscience?
I consider it, Commissioner.
Can you explain, though? Can you explain what you mean by that? There's the oath you took in respect of CJC 44, and as you took the oath, you knew you were lying. When you took that particular oath, did you consider it to be binding on your conscience? That earlier oath, not the one you took before us. Did you consider that to be binding
The one on
on
the
your
affidavit.
Sorry, CJC 44, at page 43.
That's correct. Commissioner, will I be allowed to say something, please?
Can you just answer the question?
Yes.
Did you consider that oath to be binding on your conscience?
For the purpose of the mission I was undertaking, Commissioner, it was the only way to execute that mission.
And can you now answer the question directly? Okay, thank you, I hear you. Can you answer the question directly? Did you consider that oath to be binding on your conscience? Yes or no? You've given an explanation. Now I want a direct answer to my question.
You know, Commissioner, the questions you are putting, it's somehow putting me in a position to it looks that now the questions are suppressing me.
And as if this circus wasn't enough, and as if Nkabinde's first testimony was not an absolute circus, he came back with a supplementary affidavit, but just as he comes back from break...
Sorry, Chair, to disturb the process. I think it's important that I put this message, which I received now, into the record.
Yeah.
As I'm eating there, I received this message from Paul O'Sullivan.
Yeah.
Get ready, you lying crook. I am going to make sure you spend some years in prison. You were bribed by Mkhwanazi and Mabula. Now you will pay for your crimes, guaranteed.
Just tell me below, do you think it was written in capital letters?
Honorable members, are you triggered?
We just want to put it to the committee that the sooner we call Paul O'Sullivan to come to the committee, the better. We've heard enough about this man intimidating people, running the show alone, putting his hands where he doesn't qualify to put hands. He must come here as a matter of agents. Before we close, he must come before this committee.
We had already made a request for Mr. Paul to come before this committee. But I think, Chair, it is important to put it out there that we bear responsibility to protect the witnesses that are assisting the work of this ad hoc committee, and won't tolerate or stomach any form of intimidation if it comes out of a testimony that has been given before this ad hoc. We agree with you, Chair, that we're going to await the Legal Services Department to give us available options to attend to the matter decisively and, if needs be, attend it aggressively.
This is not the first time that Paul O'Sullivan has sent such messages. The police committee sat, I think it was in 2018, and he sent a similar message to all the MPs. So it's not just about the witness that is here today, but it's also about us as members of parliament and as members of this ad hoc committee. So a very strong message must be sent out to it. And I think we should also explore our legal obligations and options on what we can do about him outside of him just coming to appear here. We can't be threatened in front of the whole nation, actually internationally, by this Paul O'Sullivan. It can't happen.
What will we as Parliament do if there was ever a time to show the power vested in us to save this country and put South Africans first? It's now. We can't allow that.
Because we can't have a thug intimidating parliamentarians and witnesses here. We cannot allow that, Chair. Hence, I said earlier, we should not be a banana republic or a mafia state. And I hope the police are watching this. And unfortunately, this human rights issue sometimes take time for a person to be arrested. But if I was in charge of the police, or if we're in America, you will be arrested tonight.
When you are screenshotting, just don't only screenshot where there's a name. Kindly screenshot where there is numbers as well, where we can see it's his numbers. You are our guest, Dila. So for this Paul O'Sullivan to understand what South Africans are no longer playing, can he report to any police station tomorrow? Because personally, I am going to open that case. This is our house and you are my guest. We will deal with this person. If his attitude thinks he can run South Africa like he did, we will deal with him. So please, Chair, as soon as next week when we're going to seek at Matlala, can we meet Paul O'Sullivan in that jail so that we can deal with him in that jail and leave him there?
We will escalate this matter to the legal team of Parliament.
So it was just drama all the way. My biblical reaction: it is the glory of God to conceal a matter, but the glory of kings is to search out a matter. In other words, God knows exactly what's going on with the matter, but kings have to search out a matter. So here's what happens. We have 365 days in a year. You can make 365 allegations in a year. Our system can take 10. That's 3,650 allegations. We can handle 100, on and on. So here's what happened though. On the 6th of July, Mkhwanazi made an allegation that criminals are controlling a police minister together with a deputy commissioner, together with a comrade, Mogotsi, the worst ANC corruption we have ever seen. And so, what's the question we need to answer? Is it true? What's the best way to go about it? Well, we heard from all the people on this side of the allegation. They all seem to confirm it. We've now been hearing from everyone on the other side of the allegation. None of them has given us a single piece of evidence that makes us doubt the original allegation. What have they done? They've tried to introduce new allegations. Yeah, but O'Sullivan, oh, but someone CIA and blah and all sorts of things. No, there's a matter being searched out, and it is the July allegations. And all the allegations, feel free to process them and they get searched out as well. That's how it works. If you don't do it like this, you will always be distracted all over the place, running with everything and never searching out a matter. But kings search out a matter. So, to hear the other side, I know after I hear Kat Matlala's side, I'm going to shelve this. I know right now where I stand is this. Everyone on the other side of the allegations was a time waster, right? It's been drama, circus, nonsense, insulting of intelligence. Not a single statement on the other side is being backed up with any kind of evidence. So, Mary de Haas says, I'm going to tell you everything, but it comes from secret sources. Mr. James Bond 007 Brown Mogotsi says, I'm going to tell you everything, but of course, it comes from my handler, so I can't tell you more. No evidence to back up what they say. So, I'm looking forward to hear from Kat Matlala. Then I'm off this issue for good. Mind will be made up completely. And that's only because you want to hear the other side of the story. But as things stand, I can't see how I'm going to hear anything that says the July 6th allegation must be taken seriously, because everything else is a circus that can't be taken seriously. So, no man can serve two masters. Either you love the one or hate the other, or despise the one and honor the other. You cannot serve God and Karl Marx. But phew, what drama. Let's make history together. Cheers.